Hello and welcome back to Lessons in Attachment. It is day 6, the final day of my mini training Becoming Unstuck. Today we're going to talk about your physical experiences in your body when you're part of that reaction, when you're triggered, when you're stuck in a certain pattern, habit, or cycle that you're actually quite determined to break, a cycle that you don't want to be in. So, we're going to be looking at the role that your physical sensations play in maintaining and keeping a cycle or habit going. As some of you will know, the reason that I'm running this mini training is because the 1st of August, which is tomorrow, depending on when you're listening to this, I am running my 21-day challenge Stuck to Secure, which is where you get 21 practical, evidence-based tools that really make a difference in helping people move from feelings of being stuck, kind of in a rut, uncertain, to feeling more secure, to feeling, that feeling where you feel grounded again, like self-discovery. So we're going to be running that from tomorrow over the next 21 days. So imagine where you want to be 21 days from now. And if you want to join us, depending on when you're watching this, you have until Friday, the 1st of August to join us. So if you're on the fence, say yes to yourself. Take that action towards who you want to be. One of the things that really moves us away from who we want to be without us realizing it is how we treat ourselves when we experience intense physical sensations. When we feel a lot in our body, when we might feel like we feel too much, really panicky, or not enough, quite numb, we often abandon ourselves. We criticize ourselves. We put high standards on ourselves. Have you ever felt like your heart is racing and you don't know why? Have you ever felt that lump in your throat and you don't know why? That heavy feeling in your chest making it hard to breathe and you don't know why? Maybe you felt completely numb, like you're not grounded at all, you're not here at all. It can feel scary. Let me say that. It can feel scary. It can be confusing. It can be frustrating. And sometimes we do know why it's happening. And that can be just as scary. We overthink, we panic, we tell ourselves stories at the same time. We've spoken about that in the previous training. Something bad is going to happen. I'm too much. I'm not safe. Got a thumbs up on Instagram for that. They're going to leave. What we're not taught, and this is what I hope Stuck to Secure really helps you with, is filling in some of those gaps where we lack certain tools, where we don't know how to treat ourselves in these times. What we're not taught is that your body is often trying to protect you. It's not trying to harm you. What you're feeling, whether it's a tightness in your chest, whether you're shaking, whether you feel numb, whether you feel hot, whether you feel sad, is your body's way of reacting to something. It's your body's way of attempting to protect you in this moment when you're having these, scary thoughts, when you're feeling uncertain, when you're feeling sad, when you're going through loss. Your body will react in a way because it thinks that you're in danger. And instead of rushing to fix it and change it, actually what we need to do is respond to ourselves in a completely new and completely different way. And if you don't know how to do that, then you're going to stay in this cycle. You're going to stay trying to avoid these physical sensations. You're going to try fixing them and getting rid of them and talking yourself out of it, which doesn't always work. So instead of that, can you start by doing the opposite to what you often feel like doing when you're experiencing all of these sensations? What we need to do is we need to actually slow down. It feels like you have this urge to do more when your body is reacting this way. It feels like you need to scream or you need to say that thing, otherwise my body's going to explode. But we actually need to slow down, be with our sensations. When we slow down and we allow ourselves to feel the sensations in our body without running away, without falling into the stories, when we actually get used to knowing these physical sensations, something incredible happens. We start to actually feel more in control, more calm, more grounded. It passes quicker. We can be with those sensations. That's what it means to sit with. We can go inwards instead of focusing non-stop on that trigger, instead of following the fear. We can go inwards and soothe ourselves. The tip I'm going to give you today, apart from joining Stuck to Secure, so if you do feel controlled by your physical sensations, if when you're taken over physically and you feel overwhelmed or anything like that, that's going to be the time that you really want to pause. Okay, you really want to be able to pause. I would actually say, if you really want to go for it, to set a timer for 90 seconds. For 90 seconds, can you pause? You can close your eyes if you want. You can use somatic touch, place a hand on your heart area, but notice what's happening in your body. Notice what you feel. Notice if it feels uncomfortable. It might feel weird to do that. That's okay. No judgment. Why the 90 seconds? Why am I saying to sit with a feeling for 90 seconds? Because it's said that that's how long it takes for certain stress chemicals to move through your body until you naturally calm down again. So from a moment that you get triggered, you've then got 90 seconds where you are going to be feeling those physical sensations. You are going to be feeling what you might relate to stress. It continues beyond those 90 seconds when we start to criticize ourselves and beat ourselves up and have horrible predictions about the future, and it becomes scary again. It goes beyond the 90 seconds. So instead of feeding into that and creating the stories and prolonging and maintaining this, can we actually pause, allow ourselves to be with it for the next 90 seconds and see if we can reduce this level of intensity by even 1%, because that 1% can be the difference in what you do. If you can reduce those physical symptoms and that overwhelm by 1%, that might be the difference in you acting out. That might be the difference in you doing something that you regret. Learning to sit with your feelings is one of the most powerful things that you can do for yourself. It's one of the best gifts that you can give your mental health. The more you do that, the more that your body is going to learn that it is okay, we can move through this. Inside Stuck to Secure, actually, I think I was going to say this just now and I got kind of sidetracked. Inside Stuck to Secure, that's where you'll get those powerful tools. Okay. So that you can soothe yourself, you can feel safer, you can stay grounded, you can deal with that kind of level of intensity. If you want to know about that, you need to jump into my DMs before the 1st of August, basically. But that's it now for the mini training. I might continue to do it because I have really enjoyed it, and I've definitely noticed that I've been able to connect with a lot of you like more than I have been. So and especially through YouTube, which, like I said, YouTube has never really taken off or anything like that, but I've had some really lovely comments there. So I'm tempted, and I'm thinking about whether these lives is something I'm going to do more often. Let me give some waves. Hello, hello. My dad's on the live. Thinking about doing more of these lives and what that's going to look like. You can let me know what you want me to talk about. I can have a think about it as well. But that's the end of Becoming Unstuck, this 6-part mini training. It's been a pleasure. I'm really excited that many of you are joining Stuck to Secure. So I will be dropping into your inbox or the Telegram from tomorrow, every morning UK time, for the next 21 days. So that's really exciting. If you are on YouTube and you're watching this, please do leave a comment. Let me know that you're here. And if you're not following me on Instagram already, it's carly.ann underscore. I'm very active there on my stories. I think there are stories on YouTube that perhaps I could be sharing here as well about, I need to look into that. Any any YouTube experts, let me know. Otherwise, hopefully I'll see you inside Stuck to Secure. See you soon.